We're entering a new era of leadership. The people who work for you want you to show up for them in a whole new way. They want you to empower them and guide them to discover their own inner strength and ability to do more and be more. How can you show up as this kind of leader? Learn to coach. I'll show you how. This video is about leading in a way that will feel unnatural to you. Chances are you rose through the ranks because of your uncanny ability to face challenging situations and find solutions. You're admired for knowing what to do time and again. So when junior people come to you with their problems, you solve them. That's great, quick and efficient. But this scenario repeated over and over creates two real issues. One, you're not developing people who can solve their own problems, which gives them greater confidence and capacity to eventually move up and be a clear successor to you. And two, staff don't really need to be engaged to have you solve their problems. They just need to show up. Disengagement can lead to departure. I believe retention is affected when you don't engage your people, grow their abilities, and increase their confidence. This is why I think you need to learn to coach. In fact, I believe every leader should learn to coach. I've seen what can happen with people who find solutions within themselves. They stretch and don't return to the size they were before. They start swimming in a bigger fishbowl. It's marvelous, and you can do this. Let me teach you now a simple way to begin to coach and then offer up a resource to help you go even further. This is exactly what I did with a VP who was being groomed to be the successor to the CEO a few years ago. They absolutely loved learning this new way of leading. First, understand what coaching is. It's a blend of focused listening, a curious mind, and asking questions you don't have the answers to that move the conversation forward towards a solution they wouldn't have thought of on their own. Here's a simple coaching model to think about to get comfortable with this new type of conversation. It's called the TOMS model. T stands for topic. O stands for objective or outcome. M stands for meaning. And S stands for success measure. Let's say one of your reports comes to you and says, "I'm getting so many meeting invites, I can't get any work done." Meetings are the topic. You then say, "Okay, what would you like to figure out?" And they reply, "Should I accept them all?" The outcome is to figure out if they really need to attend all these meetings. Now you already have an opinion about this, but it's not about you. It's about them. Suspend your mind from racing to the solution. That's not what this is about. You then ask, "What's brought you to come and talk with me about this?" And they say, "I'm drowning in meetings and I feel I'm in danger of falling behind on some of the crucial projects that I'm working on. I need to do something." There's the meaning or why this matters right now. Lastly, you ask, "Okay, what would you like to get out of this conversation?" Note that it's what they would like to get out of the conversation and not what you are hoping I'll tell you. Very different scenario here. They reply, "What do you think I should do?" They think you're still the person with the solution, the problem solver, and they want your answer to their problem. But we're not doing that now. So you say back, "Okay, let's talk about it and figure out a plan you can follow." You may be thinking this is going to take longer than your usual conversations where you just tell them what to do. And that's true. I'll give you that. But remember, you're developing your people and creating a more engaged team. So now that you're acting as a coach, you start asking open-ended questions, such as, what ideas do you have for ways that you could deal with all these meeting requests? Or what do you think would be a good approach to determining which meeting requests you should accept and which you should deny? As their ideas start to flow, you ask follow-up questions that seem natural, such as, "Okay, what else could you do?" Or "What else should be a part of this plan?" Or "Who seems to do this well that you could talk to and perhaps get some mentoring from?" See how this works? You're tapping into them to stimulate their thinking and generate ideas and solutions. As you get to some ideas they feel good about, then move to helping them create a plan of action. Do this by asking if they feel good about what they've come up with. If they say no, ask what's missing and stay curious. If they say yes, then move to asking them what could they do to take action on this new plan, and follow it up with asking how they can be accountable to follow this new plan. They may want to check in with you after a week or so to determine if they've made progress, and that's great. That would be fine. To recap, you want to follow the Tom's model to set the stage for the conversation. Then ask them open-ended questions that tap into their creative thinking capabilities and generate ideas. Push them a bit to come up with different ideas and perspectives on ways to tackle the challenge. Refrain from racing ahead and coming up with your own solution. Just stay present and focused on them. Lastly, once they feel like they have something of a way forward, make it real by asking what actions they'll take and by when, and what will they put in place to ensure that they're accountable to take the actions discussed. This is a basic coaching conversation, and it can do wonders if you add it to your leadership toolkit. Now, of course, there's more to coaching than this, and I'd like to recommend that resource to you now. It's called The Coaching Habit. It's a great little book written by Michael Neuendorff, and it will give you some more education about this new coaching conversation that you're starting to adopt in your way of leading. If you'd like to learn more about coaching, you could watch the other half of this channel, where I have lots of videos for newer coaches to help them become more comfortable with coaching leaders. Now, of course, you can go even further and really become a leader who coaches by joining one of our programs at the Center for Executive Coaching. We have various programs that are administered online or in person throughout the year, and they can suit different paces, different budgets, and different learning styles. So if you'd like to learn more about our programs to really learn how to coach, email me at michael@baeexecutivecoach.com or visit the Center for Executive Coaching. That's where I serve as a faculty member. I hope this video has given you some confidence to really start to consider a new conversation and a new way of leading so that you can develop more engaged teams and potentially your next successor. Thank you very much.